Tenya Ida, the leader of the Black Maranth, is a dark, handsome man. He has long black hair and brown eyes. His uniform is black with red stripes, giving the Black Maranth their name. He wears an impressive sword on his back, which, along with his dark skin, gives him his name. He stands straight and tall, which is necessary for a Black Maranth soldier. His face and hands are decorated with black, curly hair and red stripes, respectively, which gives him personal identification in addition to his rank. His black hair curls around his ears and down his neck. He wears a black helm with a red stripe on the top and red goggles with black stripes, which gives him even more identification. He strides into the room with long, swift strides. His eyes quickly scan the room until they settle on you. He stops in front of you, looking you up and down. His face shows no emotion. I see you have served with the gray swords. I have. Come with me. You are promoted to a higher rank. He spins on his heel and walks out of the room. You follow him. And the two of you walk through several halls. Finally, he stops in front of a massive gate, which opens slowly. The massive iron gates open outward. They are held in place by powerful-looking bolts sunk deep into the stone. Tenya Ida turns to you. This is the gateway to the inner keep. There is a maze of halls and rooms beyond. Our enemies often try to find us, but we keep hidden. You understand? I understand. Good. Now, the rest of your squad is waiting for you beyond. Go. Do not get lost in the maze. He shuts the massive gate. It slowly slides into place, locking you inside. You turn and face the inner keep. There is a wide, circular hallway in front of you. The walls, which are lined with spears, point outwards. Walking to the end of the hallway, you see stairs rising upward. You begin walking down the hallway, trying to remember every twist and turn. After a while, you have reached the end of the hall. There, a massive figure with one red eye and no other visible parts stands over a long table. Spread out on the table are the pieces of a large board. The eye stares at you. You there. What are you doing? I'm here for the promotion. You have been promoted. A new man has arrived. His rank is that of lieutenant. Please, step forward, so I can acknowledge your promotion. You step forward. The eye looks at you. I see you have served with the gray swords. You have a distinguished record. I do. Please, acknowledge the promotion. Thank you, sir. The eye stares at you, and you take a step back. Then, the eye begins to crack. The eye splinters into hundreds of tiny eyes, each one the size of a small coin. The pieces roll off the table and onto the floor. I see you have been promoted to captain. Please, acknowledge the promotion. Thank you, sir. The eye snaps back into one, and the large board has returned. The eye looks at you. There is a new mission that has arrived. You are to lead a small squad on a mission to rescue a group of scientists. Yes, sir. The mission is top secret. Only a few people in your squad will know the details. You are not to tell anyone else. The fewer people who know the details, the better. Understood? Yes, sir. Good. You have a mission, Lieutenant. Go. With those words, the large gate outwards opens, and you are sent into the dark night. The gate shuts. The bolts slide back into place, locking you inside. As you walk through the dark night, you are terrified. You are on a dangerous mission. Performing an act of espionage, and you are terrified. You have no idea who the Black Maranth are, where you are going, or what you are getting yourself into. You only know that you have been given a secret order, a mission of great importance, and that you need to get away as fast as you can. You run as fast as your legs can carry you. Suddenly, a bolt flies from the wall, striking you in the back. You fly forward through the air, until you crash into the stone floor. The bolt has pierced your heart, killing you instantly. The Black Maranth commander stands above you. I see you have served with the gray swords. You have a distinguished record. I do. Please, acknowledge the promotion. Thank you, sir. The eye snaps back into one, and the large board has returned. The eye looks at you. There is a new mission that has arrived. You are to lead a small squad on a mission to rescue a group of scientists. This will be a quick in and out operation. No one will know the details. The few people who know the details are not to tell anyone else. The fewer people who know the details, the better. Understood? Yes, sir. Good. You have a mission, Lieutenant. Go. The gate shuts, and you are sent into the dark night. The gate slides into place, locking you inside. You wake up in a cell. A bolt has been fired. And only you and the Black Maranth commander are in the cell. The other 9 soldiers have been released. The commander comes over to where you lie. He is a large man. With a scarred face and an eye patch. He says, "Good evening, Lieutenant. I am Captain Valet." "Good evening, sir." The captain asks, "What are you doing here?" "I was assigned to the mission." "Sir, you took the promotion to lieutenant?" "Yes, sir. I see you have a distinguished record." "I do. You must be desperate for a promotion." "Yes, sir. Desperate men are dangerous men." "I will do my duty, sir. Even if it means you dying?" "That is my concern, sir." The captain sighs. "I suppose there is no point in keeping you alive. You may leave." You stand up, and walk out of the cell. The captain watches you go. "You may leave," he says again. You walk out of the cell, and out of the barracks. You find yourself in a large room, with a table along the side. The lieutenant sits at the table, with his back to you. The lieutenant is playing a board game. "I see you have met our new lieutenant," says the captain. "Yes, sir." "What is his name?" "It's me, Captain." The captain turns around. He says, "Ah, you're the man I've been hearing about. What are you doing here?" "I was assigned to the mission, sir." "You took the promotion to lieutenant?" "Yes, sir." "You have a distinguished record." "I do. I suppose there is no point in keeping you alive. You may leave." You walk out the door. The soldier who was guarding you walks out with you. And the door shuts. There are several men outside, 2 with spears, 2 with crossbows, and 1 with a musket. "Lieutenant?" The man with the spear says. "Yes? We were wondering if we could have a few words." "By all means." You walk outside, and the soldier with the spear says, "We are ready to go on patrol, sir." "Thank you. Let's go." You and the soldier with the spear walk out of the door. Your eyes scan the area, looking for threats. The forest is quite dense here, and you can barely see 10 meters in any direction. You are quickly approached by the 2 crossbowmen. "Here we are. Right on time," says one of the crossbowmen. "Let's see if the lieutenant is right," says the other. "Right," says the one who spoke first. Suddenly, a bolt flies from the forest, embeds itself in the spear of the man to your right, and flies on into your back. You feel the wound instantly. And you collapse to the ground. You look up to see the crossbowman who's just spoken standing over you, with a bolt in his crossbow. He pulls the trigger, and the bolt flies into your skull. You die instantly. The sound of the shot brings the 2 soldiers with the spears to your location. You lie on the ground, your skull pierced. The soldiers draw their spears, and one of them yells, "Tie him up." 2 more bolts fly into the soldiers with spears, both of whom are killed instantly. The remaining soldier yells, "Back off! Back off!" The soldier with the musket steps forward and yells, "Stop! You're killing him." The crossbowman turns and says, "Give up, soldiers. You don't stand a chance." The soldier yells, "We're not going to kill you, you bastard. We just want to talk." "It's too late for that," the crossbowman replies. The soldier pulls out a knife, and says, "I'll gut you like a pig." The crossbowman draws his crossbow, and fires. The knife flies from the soldier's hand, and hits the crossbowman in the chest. He collapses to the ground, and the crossbowman grabs it and pulls it from the soldier's hand. The knife hits the ground, and the soldier kicks it. The soldier with the musket steps forward, and says, "Leave him alone. He's a prisoner of war. He's a traitor," the crossbowman replies. The soldier rushes the crossbowman, and the two men roll on the ground. The crossbowman draws a dagger, and slashes at his opponent. The soldier parries the attack, and hits the crossbowman in the shoulder. The crossbowman yells, "Shoot him." The crossbowman pulls a bolt from his crossbow, and fires at his opponent. The bolt hits the soldier in the chest. The man grunts, and rolls off the other. The soldier with the musket draws a pistol from his belt, and fires at the fallen man. The bullet hits the dead man in the back of the head. "I didn't touch him," the crossbowman yells. "Shut up, you fool," the soldier says. The soldier with the pistol yells, "Surrender, soldier." "Never," the crossbowman yells. The two soldiers rise to their feet, and draw their spears. The crossbowman draws a dagger from his boot, and slashes at the soldiers. The spears knock the dagger aside, and both soldiers hit the crossbowman with their spears. The crossbowman screams, "Murder! Surrender, soldier! Never!" The two soldiers grab the crossbowman, and shove his face into the dirt. They hold him down, and one of them pulls out a knife. They slice his throat, and the crossbowman gurgles, "Murder!" "Shut up, you fool," the soldier yells. The crossbowman's body goes limp. "Throw him over the wall, soldiers," the soldier with the spear yells. The soldiers rush over to the crossbowman, and one of them lifts his head to toss it over the wall. You can't see anything, and you hear a lot of movement as the crossbowman's body is tossed over the wall. Then, everything is still. "Burn him! Burn him! He's a traitor," one of the soldiers says. For a while, there's silence. Then, you hear a gurgling sound, and you see the crossbowman's body twitch as though still alive. Then, it stops moving, and there's a sigh of relief. "What will we do with him?" one of the soldiers asks. "Nothing," the other one replies. "Burn him." A moment later, the body of the crossbowman begins to burn. You sit up. You're in a clearing in the forest. There are 3 corpses on the ground, their bodies burning. A dozen or so soldiers stand around you, spears pointed at you. "Drop the weapon, soldier," one of the men says. "Never." "On your knees, soldier." "Never." "Do it." You drop the pack, and your knees buckle. You're on your hands and knees, and the soldiers approach you. You smell their spears, and hear the rustling of their armor. "You're under arrest by the king's decree," one of the soldiers says. "For murder," another soldier says. "For treason," a third one says. The soldiers approach, and jab their spears at you. You stand up, and turn around to face them. You lift your chin, and say, "I am Nero's greatest hero." "You're not going to kill me." The soldiers pause, and one on the far right says, "You're a mad dog. You'll never be a hero."